Welcome to my channel called Light Fragments Oracle. Today I will be reading cards for you for 2024. This is a timeless reading. It is a collective reading, which means there will be something for you within this reading today. And I'd like to start off with my card deck. But before I begin, I like to give you some insight on what my intuition is telling me to tell you for 2024. There is nothing more important this coming year than your light. You know, sometimes when we need to make a change, we have options. It's not just the road that diverges into the woods, two of them. It could be many. But no matter what road you take, it will be the right road. As long as you allow your light to shine. Your light carries you. It carries you in the darkness. It shines the way. It's like the headlights on a vehicle at night. If you didn't have those headlights, you wouldn't be able to see where you are going, particularly if there are no street lights. And let's face it, we don't all have street lights on the roads that we travel on. It's dark, but your light will shine the way. And that is the message that I have for you for 2024. Allow your light, your individual beautiful light, to shine the way for you. And you can't go wrong. It's impossible. And I'm going to pull some cards from various different decks. And let's see what Spirit has to share with us today. Well, 3 cards fell out, and I'm going to read them. Four cards fell out. The first card is prayer. Prayer is essential for everyday living. Did you know that your life is a prayer? What you do every day, what you say, how you conduct yourself, it's not just mere words. It's you. You are an offering. And when you look at yourself as a prayer, your spirit, your body, your words, your touch, your life, and your light, you become a prayer. And that rises into the ethers and manifests into something great. That's you. That's you in a nutshell. And you might not feel that way. So let this be a challenge for you today. And whenever you see this reading, to begin to conduct your life as a prayer. Even when it doesn't feel like it's the best thing that's happening to you. You know, the universe has enough room to hear all prayers. Someone said to me years ago that God's shoulders were not big enough. That's impossible. How can a spirit that's cosmic create the universe that we live in and not have big enough shoulders? So every prayer counts and every prayer matters. And if anything, it changes you. It changes us. That's the goal of prayer. The second card, planetary alignment. You know, this card is really interesting for the particular reading, the timeless reading that I'm doing for 2024. Because we spend so much time getting our ducks in a row, counting all our eggs, making sure that the conditions are perfect before we make any decisions. It's not the right time to sell the house. The market isn't good for it. It's not the right time to quit this job and start another one. It's not the right time to get married. It's not the right time to have children. When is the right time? And that's why life gets in the way. To show us that there is no such thing as the perfect time. It just is. And just as the planets are suspended way up in the universe, and they rotate and move, the sun remains the same in the center. So as long as you stay in your center, in your core, getting to know who you are, acting on the little nudges that you get, trusting and believing and knowing that above all else, that timing is part of the plan. Whenever it is, that maybe your ducks aren't all in a row, but it's here. It's now. And a star is born. So, don't wait for the perfect timing to shine your light. Don't wait for it. If you're feeling it, shine it now. Allow it now. Something will always come down the road for you to interrupt what your plans are. So you can't always count on that. But you can always count on your light to shine the way. And when it feels brighter, take that chance. Become that star. you were meant to be. The third card in the 4 that fell out, unconditional love. Some of you are either in a partnership, a relationship, a marriage, something contractual, and you're struggling right now with what it means to have unconditional love. Unconditional love is never 50-50. I've been fighting for that my whole life. 50-50. What's fair? What's not fair? Most of the time, it's 70-30, 80-20, 60-40. Close, but not usually 50-50. There's a give and a take and a give. Sometimes we take more than we give, and sometimes we give more than we take. But unconditional love, the door swings both ways. There are no locks and no conditions. Unconditional love allows us to be who we are, and sometimes we fail miserably, and sometimes we rise beautifully. Unconditional love is what all relationships need to aspire to. And sometimes it's the 80 doing all the work. And sometimes it's the 20 trying to get there. So try not to be too hard on yourself. Try to look at your situation with an open mind. Because the 50-50 doesn't happen overnight. It's built upon, it's worked upon, and gradually it gets pretty darn close. Some of you are in relationships that have not been working out well for you for a long, long time. And this is the place where you ask yourself one question: do I love where I'm at? Do I love the person that I'm with? Can I sustain this love till death do us part? And picture yourself without that person in your life. Feel it. Absorb yourself in that feeling. And picture yourself in a different spot in time. No grand illusions here. And if you feel lost without that person, even though it's not working out or appears to not be working out, and you look at the whole picture and you're not ready, especially if you're going to be missing aspects of that person, and that hurts more than leaving. But don't tread lightly. Don't be dismissive so soon. Give yourself time to really think about this decision. And allow yourself to shed light on the situation as a whole. Maybe you'll be better off. Maybe you won't. I had a discussion with a woman once. She was married for 40 years and decided to get a divorce. And about 5 years had passed. And I bumped into her. And we had a discussion. And I asked her, "Are you happier?" And this was her answer. "I can't really say that I'm happier. But what I can say is that life is different." So I'm going to leave you with those words of wisdom on unconditional love and relationships. The fourth card is abundance. I knew intuitively that this was going to be a great year for abundance for a lot of you. And I'm asking you to step away from looking at abundance in a monetary way. Take your mind off of finances. Take your minds off of the security of it. And pick 3 things every day that you are grateful for and thankful for. And absorb yourself in those 3 things when you go to bed at night. Really know that you're grateful and thankful for those 3 things. And little by little, you will see your life grow exponentially, abundantly. And all of the monetary needs, everything that you could possibly imagine that will fill your life will come into it. It's not woo-woo. You are raising your vibration. You are raising your light to a different place, a different perspective. And you're seeing yourself not as this person going through the motions of everyday life, running behind the 8 ball to make the money to survive. Yeah, you're doing it. You're doing that, but you're not seeing yourself as that. You are not defining yourself as that. When you go to bed at night and you think on those 3 things that made your day, the trees sparkling from the ice storm, that you had enough money to get yourself some oodles and noodles for dinner and a roll to go with, that a friend called you out of the blue just to see how you were doing. Those 3 things, your life is going to change exponentially. You're going to have bad days. We all do. But within those bad days, pick 3 positive things that you are grateful for. I have one. I have really small feet. It's hard for me to find socks that fit my feet so that the heel isn't up by my ankle. But when I find socks that fit my feet, that makes my day. Even better when they're on sale. That's simple. It's a simple, grateful thankful thing. Try it. Try it. And your life will become more abundant. Let's move on to the next deck. And we'll pick a couple cards from there. Let's see how this deck resonates with the first reading. Put your creative energy into action. Put your creative energy into action. Archangel Gabriel is the angel of communication and creativity. This card is all about you having a vision. If you get the opportunity, go look at one of the shorts that I put up today. It's a really simple short. And sometimes it's really hard to see our life through the forest of trees. I mean, you're looking for that one tree, and your eyes are going everywhere. It's about focus. It's about making that choice, having that vision. And your light resides in there. What is a life without dreams, without vision? It's boring. At night, I don't always like what my husband's watching on TV, but I can take my mind anywhere I want it to go. By the ocean, on top of a mountain, through a field full of flowers. I can do that. I can have that vision. Nobody else needs to see it. And I can embrace that vision. Like I said, prayer doesn't have to be words. It can be a vision. It can be a mindset. It can be the whole you. So put your creative energy into action. Whatever that means for you this 2024. It's time to play. What did I say? Okay, you're running behind the 8 ball. You're trying to make the money to achieve those goals, to keep yourself alive. You're working too hard. And you're worrying about everything. It's time to seek those experiences that take you out of that a little bit. That give you hope. That enhances your vision. That elevates your light. So it shines outward. Light is quick. It's fast. It snaps out. And then it grabs. Right? It snaps out and then it grabs the attention. It's like lightning. Right? It's there and then it's not. Sometimes it makes a loud crack. But it grabs our attention. That's what light does. You turn a light on in a room, you can see everything. Seek out joyous, visions, and experiences to add more joy into your life. And all that other stuff, it's secondary. It will find its way to you. Now, if you're looking for it to happen tomorrow, that's a possibility. But it might not happen tomorrow, but it will happen. I see some of you. I'm hearing music. I'm hearing that your musical choices, whether you're in a band or you write music or lyrics to music, that's going to be changing in 2024. And one of you in particular is going to write some lyrics for a very aspiring singer, musician. You will be the songwriter. I'm hearing that really clearly. And the third card that I'm picking from this deck is open up to your spiritual gifts. Remember that your true nature is spiritual, not physical. It's light. The angels are sending you messages to guide your soul's growth. And I want you to look at the number here. It's 21. Did I not ask you to pick 3 things at the end of your day that you are grateful and thankful for, and absorb yourself in those things? Every day, some things may repeat themselves. But look, don't allow yourself to be so sucked into the drama and the chaos of every single day that you miss out on 3 things. If you're so used to listening to music in the car on the way to work, take a day and turn off the music so that your mind is more aware. And if you're not a person that listens to music, turn the radio on. There might be a song for you. Okay, let's pick the next card deck. And we will end with an inspiration card from the universe. Okay, here it is. My feeling is that 2023 for so many of you was horrible. It wasn't the best. There were so many challenges and you overcame those challenges, but you need to be able to rest a little bit. You need to be able to have some time to replenish yourself. And rest is important. Rest gives us the chance to regain momentum. Retreat, rest, and be held. Sometimes that's all we need, is to have somebody give us a big hug. Just a hug. Well, the universe wants you to know that when you take the time to rest for yourself, you're hugging yourself. You're giving yourself permission to not engage in all that chaos. A lot of people have to constantly be moving or they're not happy. There's a reason for that, you know. If you are constantly busy, then you don't have to look at what's going on around you. You don't have to see that your house is a mess, that the dishes aren't done, that the laundry has piled up. Not if somebody calls you and says, hey, let's go shopping. Hey, let's go to the movies. Hey, let's do this. Hey, let's do that. Let's go out to dinner. You don't have to see the stuff that you don't want to deal with. That's the reason why people keep busy. Some people will say, oh, I just love to be busy. I used to be that person. I busied myself with stuff that I didn't need to be busy with, just so I didn't have to think about how miserable I was. And now, I don't want to be busy. I want to get my stuff done so I don't have to be busy. Because it's more important for me to see my environment, observe it, think about it, and think about myself and what needs to be tweaked. Add more joy to it. So it's not happening to you. It's happening for you. For a higher reason. This card is beautiful for the subject of this reading. I know you're looking for predictions. I know you're looking for that. But you don't really need that. You need to connect with your own light source. Because that's what you are. And you will know it when you feel it. It will be like looking at everything through a sheer curtain every day. Or looking at everything through fog. And then all of a sudden the curtain opens up. It's crystal clear. Or the sun comes out and the fog lifts. It's crystal clear. That's you. The third card. Council of Light. Just so you know, you're not doing this alone. Because all around you is all the light connected to you to help you. That's not woo-woo either. Balls of light connected by strings of light throughout the whole entire universe. You're one of those balls of light. Divine orchestration. There's the music part of this reading. Helpers in the subtle realms. This is you in the center. And these are all your helpers. Musical person, somebody's going to find you. Whoever you are out there. There's one person this reading is meant for. Somebody is going to love your lyrics for a divine orchestration that they're planning. The music will be merged with these lyrics. You're a songwriter. And you can sing too. Now let's pick the final card, a message from the universe to end this reading today. Wow. These two cards were stuck together. They're relatively new. There is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. It's your light. It's your light. You don't have to be some model. You don't have to have the perfect body, the perfect face, the perfect hair. It's your light. That's what people see. Shine it. And the second card is, in every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me toward right-minded thinking and the energy of love. Let's not say right-minded. Let's cross that out. In every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me toward light-minded thinking and the energy of love. You know what? I have a Sharpie. These are my cards. I'm going to cross that out. I'm going to cross out right, and I am going to replace it with light. Let's end this reading for today. Dear Mother, Father, God, creator of all of us, of sound, of light, of beauty, thank you for the possibility of being able to create this 2024 collective reading for today. It's a general reading. I hope, and it is my prayer throughout my entire being, that this reading will help others. Be well, be blessed, be beautiful, my friends, because you are, because there is nobody else on the planet like you. You are a light to someone. And there is a reason that you were born for someone, somewhere. Shine your light. Until next time. Mwah. Bye-bye.